Namaste guys, ChristianRLong, Life Enhancement Consultant, giving you a big and beautiful shout out on this Tuesday morning here in Denver, Colorado, and we're doing our very first daily dose of growth. So over the past 2 months, we've done 3 times a day at 8 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and 6 o'clock. We've done the daily dose of divine light, love, and power. And as I was getting feedback from people over the past 2 months and reflecting on healing people, coaching people, working with people the past 16 years, Jessica, Abba Namaste, I realized, Elizabeth, Abba Namaste, there's a gap. There's a gap between knowing something and applying something. Indra, Abba Namaste. Good morning. Yuvi, Abba Namaste. So there's a gap. So what I wanted to do was close that gap. And so we came up with the daily dose of growth. Now, I'm going to give you the format in a second. Pat, Abba Namaste, but I want to give you the purpose, as any good or Hatha Yoga practitioner would do. So the purpose of the daily dose of growth is to stretch your different bodies, right? So we have a spiritual body, known as the causal body. We have a mental body, which is where all of our thoughts are, our beliefs, our ideals about the world. We have our emotional body, which is where we have our feelings, our good feelings and our not so good feelings. We have our etheric body, which absorbs etheric energies and goes into our physical bodies. So our etheric body is the blueprint of our physical body. Ready for the DDG, son? Karen, Abba Namaste. Not Abba Namaste. Welcome. So, the purpose of the daily dose of growth is to stretch those bodies. How do you stretch a body? By putting it into unfamiliar, uncomfortable situations. And with that, you develop awareness, you develop understanding, and then you develop growth from that. So it's kind of similar if you went to the gym and you did exercises that you never did before. Would your body initially feel uncomfortable during and uncomfortable after? Yes? Right? But what is the benefit of that uncomfortableness? The body becomes stronger, it becomes healthier, it becomes more, has more vitality. So it's got many benefits for a little itty bitty tiny portion of uncomfortability. So, the other thing, if you guys have been to my website, ChristianRLong.com, you'll see that the main quote for my website is, Samantha, Abba Namaste. Without awareness, there's no inner transformation, which is a quote directly by Grandmaster Choa Koksui. Without awareness, there's no inner transformation. Well, the beautiful thing of coming together in a group and doing these challenges every single day with one another is that you will develop awareness around the challenge. You will develop understanding to go deeper into it and look at it from different facets, and you will get growth, and it will be practical spirituality. So to give you an example, how many of us, myself included, have grabbed a book from the bookstore, we're super duper excited, we're jacked out of our mind, Shireen, Abba Namaste, of reading this book because we believe reading this book is going to transform our lives. True or not true? Yes? We read chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4. How many of those chapters end with exercises? How many of those chapters end with something that we have to do? Right? How many of us actually do every single exercise at the end of every single chapter of a personal, professional, or spiritual book? Not all of us, right? So what is the purpose of reading the book? To obtain more knowledge? So what? Right? Isn't it fascinating that in the world of health and wellness, there are books and books and books on nutrition, on fitness, on exercise routines, on different types of fasting techniques, of supplementation. And funny enough, many of them, Katie, Abba Namaste, many of them contradict one another. But the books just keep coming out. Adriana, Abba Namaste, which is fascinating to me because all you need is to apply simple principles of biology in order to get the result that you're seeking. So it's the same thing with personal development, spiritual development. You just need a few techniques that you apply on a regular basis to improve the quality of your life. So the challenges that we're going to be doing for the daily dose of growth are going to be designed to stretch you and designed to apply what you're learning. I'm more concerned with you guys taking a technique, applying it, and getting feedback than going through 20 techniques, you don't apply any of them, and you get no feedback. Prashant, Atma Namaste. Is this making sense so far? Do you see where I'm going with the daily dose of growth? Okay, so far so good. So the format is very simple. 8 o'clock in the morning, we do a 10-minute stream on the challenge. This is what the challenge is. These are the parameters of the challenge. And then you have 10 hours. You have 10 hours to accomplish that task. And the task will be about 15 minutes. So we'll have the challenge or the task. It'll be 15 minutes. It'll take you 15 minutes to do. Why 15 minutes? Because if I do a big, huge, meaty challenge, the likelihood is you're going to be overwhelmed and you're going to quit before you even begin. If I make it too easy, you're also going to fluff it off and ignore it and do what? Delay until the very last minute, right? So it's going to be a 15-minute challenge, roughly, right? Roughly a 15-minute challenge. You have 10 hours to do it. And it is designed to stretch you. Hello. So it's going to either stretch you spiritually, it's going to stretch you mentally. So spiritually would be like doing a spiritual technique and getting feedback from that. It's going to stretch you mentally of I give you a problem and you have to solve the problem, right? Adab and namaste. I give you an emotional challenge, which many of the challenges are going to be based on the emotional body because I want you to develop a higher degree of self-mastery. When you master your lower vehicles, right? When you master your lower vehicles, Amanda, namaste. You have what is known as self-mastery. So when you master your physical body, your emotional body, and your mental body, that's called self-mastery. So a lot of the work that we will be doing with these challenges are going to be based on your emotions, right? It's going to be stretching your emotions. And then we'll have physical challenges. The physical challenges are not going to be these super long things. It's going to be about 15 minutes to do the physical challenges. But you might be saying to yourself, well, Christian, a 15-minute challenge, big deal. That doesn't mean anything. That's not difficult to accomplish. Give you an example. This would relate more to the men, but I think both sexes can appreciate it. Let's say that there's a guy who is interested in talking to a girl, connecting to a girl, and this is kind of connected to the Bedazzled movie I was talking about last week, and he's super anxious, and he's like thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it, and he's plotting and planning, and he's having all these things of the beautiful, perfect, opportune moment to go up to that girl and ask her out on a date. 3 months goes by, no action is taken. But what if he just said, okay, today, within a 15-minute period of time, I'm going to go up to that person and I'm going to ask that person out. There you go. You just got the feedback. So you either A, move in the direction of where you want to go with that person, or B, you go, you know what? This isn't going to work out, right? Rather than having 3 months go by where you're constantly in your head, you're applying something within a very short period of time and you're getting feedback. That's why it's 15 minutes long. Same thing of you have a business contact that you want to develop and you're mulling over it. You're like, I'm so stressed out. If I could partner up with that person, my life would be so much better, right? If I could just partner up with that person, my life would be so much better. My business would be more connected. I would open up all these doors. Okay, how long does it take to develop that relationship? One phone call. How long can you do it in? 15 minutes. Does that make sense? 15 minutes. So it's giving you time to do what you have to do to get feedback. Okay? So also the other thing I want to say, so hopefully you guys are writing this down. At the end of the evening, so in the morning at 8 o'clock Mountain Time, we get the challenge. You have 10 hours to complete the challenge. 6 o'clock in the evening Mountain Time, guess what? You say in the post, you go, I did it, I did not do it, and then you can put in extra stuff of what you learned and what you understood. I did it, I didn't do it, what I learned or what I understood. Why am I saying I did it or I didn't do it? Because it's giving you ownership of your actions, right? What is this all about? Actions. So when people make up stories, excuses, and rationalizations, they're blaming the external world for why they did or did not do something, why they accomplished or did not accomplish something. It has nothing about, not as like, I did it. It has nothing about to do with the external world. It has to do with the internal. And what does this help you do? It helps you take responsibility for your life. Yes? And it helps you start having awareness. Wow, I did this challenge. I did 4 challenges in a row, and each one of them I said, I did not do it. Why? Are these challenges not important to me? Am I making up excuses? Am I making up rationalizations? Are they not tough enough? Do I want them to be tougher in order to get validation? So you're going to start having understanding, awareness, understanding, and growth by saying, I did it, I didn't do it, and then if you want to add to the comment section, this is what I learned. Because the evening is when we all come together to share our experiences. Dr. Deb, namaste. Why are sharing your experiences important? Because it gives accelerated feedback for everyone so we all grow super fast together, right? We can start seeing patterns. People, keep this in mind, guys, people are predictable in numbers. People are predictable in numbers. Individually, we're all over the place. We're all over the place, right? Because we're individual beings that have free will. But in a group, people are predictable in numbers. That's what statistics are. That's what the entire insurance industry is built upon, that we are predictable in numbers. Okay? So the other part of the format is these challenges will always be in alignment with the virtues. What do you mean about that? No challenges that we will do will injure you or injure another person connected to the virtues, right? So I'll never have a challenge that will embarrass you or embarrass another person. Adriana will be sleeping, so she can't do it. You're out. Dr. Deb, wowza, you sure looked cleaned up. Aw, thanks, Dr. Deb. I appreciate you. Does that make sense? So these challenges are going to be connected to the virtues because the goal is to what? To stretch you and to make you a better person. It's not to shrink you or to shrink other people, right? But that doesn't mean it's not going to make you uncomfortable. Hello? Just because it makes you uncomfortable doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It's going to stretch you spiritually, mentally, emotionally, etherically, physically. Yes? Okay? So that's kind of the format. And then I know some of you are going to want to do this. Some of you like pranic healing. Some of you like coaching. Some of you like to work with me. Yes? Suresh is super excited. In my 6 years of doing streams, I've never done this before. I've had personal groups, private Facebook groups where we do procrastination challenges that have been super fun, but that's been not as interactive and no video connected to it. So this is the first time in 6 years of doing live streams that I've ever put together something like this. Trust me, guys, I have challenges in my mind. If you know me, I have challenges in my mind that will be amazing for you, not for me, right? They'll be amazing for you. For those of you, is it the glasses? No, I mean, did my practices this morning, woke up early. I got a little bit of a tan from being out in the sun. My hair's getting longer because my stylist is not able to touch people. I don't know. Thank you for noticing. So, you will be challenged. And for those of you who do 30 days of completing, keyword, completing. So if you say, I did not do it, that disqualifies you. If you do a challenge every single day for 30 days, then the plan is to do this for at least 2 months. At least 2 months. So every day for the next 2 months, we're going to be doing the daily dose of growth. If you do every single challenge for 30 days, and so you could miss a couple and then have 30 days, right? So it's 30 consecutive days of successfully completing challenges. You get a free healing and coaching session with me, which is a $225 value. So all you do is have to show up every single day for 30 days and do things that improve your life as a soul and as a person, and then you get free coaching and healing with me one-on-one. Cool? I thought that would be a cool little treat for everybody. So that's our format. 8 o'clock in the morning, we do a 10-minute stream with the challenge. You have 10 hours to complete it. We follow up in the evening at 6 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time where you say, I did it, I didn't do it, and then the feedback, right? And then for those of you who are hardcore and do every day for 30 days, you get free coaching and healing with me. It's based on the honor system. So if you're lying, I could know, but it's based on the honor system, which is part of the virtues, honesty and non-lying, right? So it's probably not a good idea to lie about, getting free healing. Wouldn't make sense. So that being said, our first challenge is super easy for today because this is our first exposure, and I'll get feedback from you guys this evening, is I want you to share 2 things. Share this video with 3 people, and then share a post about this, because I'm going to make a separate post with 3 people. Why 3 people? Because I want you to make it personal. Would you all agree, for those of you who did the daily dose of divine light, love, and power over the past 2 months, would you say that the more people that are part of this, the more fun it is, the more that you learn, the more that you grow, the more feedback that you bounce ideas off of other people? Would we all agree that it's better to have a bigger group than a smaller group? Yes? That being said, by you inviting other people to become part of the daily challenge, that is giving everyone more feedback and is generating good karma for you. And somebody mentioned that they felt that they're not always comfortable sharing things with their friends. So I thought to myself, well, this would be a stretching opportunity, wouldn't it? This would be an opportunity for growth. So that's why this one I came up with, and we're starting the program early, right? So your challenge for today, good. So Nada, see, all the awareness and understanding is already happening. I don't know if you guys see it, but I see it. Well, I do this professionally, so it would make sense that I see it. So Nada's asking, what if they weren't interested? Doesn't matter. What's the challenge? The challenge is to take action. Erica, namaste, right? The challenge is to take action, not to be identified with the result, not to be identified and attached to the fruit of your effort. We're already starting to understand some things. So your challenge is share this video with 3 people and share the post with 3 people to say, hey, this is something I think you might be interested in, and put some personal flavor on it. So Yuvi's asking, share it on the timeline or share it in the messenger. You can share it in your timeline, right? Okay, we'll make it simple. Share it in your timeline, tag 3 people, and then you can individually, that's what we'll do. Perfect. Share it in your timeline, tag 3 people, and then personally message those 3 people as well and say, John, I know this is something that you would always want to do. John, I know that you're working on this part of this area of your life. John, blah, blah, blah. Make it personal. Make it significant. Make it special, right? Loving kindness and non-injury. Hello. Generosity and non-stealing. The love aspect. Okay? So Nada's saying, I prefer messenger. So I'm the one dictating the challenge. True or not true? I love this. Oh, this is going to be so fun over the next 2 months. I can't even tell you how jacked up I am. Okay? Is that fair? So the challenge for today, share it on your timeline, this video, right? Share this video on your timeline, and or, I give you an option, you can share the post, because I'm going to make a post, so it's not a video, it's just a simple bam, right? And then tag 3 people, and then reach out to those 3 people individually. If the people don't have Facebook, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So you reach out to them individually, right? Oh, this is going to be so good. I'm already learning things with you guys now. Yes? Right? So if they don't have Facebook, that's fine. What's the assignment? Put it on timeline, right? Put it on your timeline. Tag 3 people, which means 3 people have a personal invite to this event. Elaine doesn't have Facebook. That's fine. You reach out to 3 people, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever. I love this. I love this. This is super fun. You guys are teaching me so much already. Okay. Good? Good? So that's it. We're keeping it simple, and this is a learning curve for all of us. This is a learning curve for me of clearly communicating the challenges, right? This is a learning curve for you guys, understanding what I'm saying and how I'm saying it. But trust me, through this process, you will learn a lot about yourself. And you will what? Grow. I guarantee it. There's no doubt whatsoever. So that's why we're calling it the daily dose of growth. So, for those of you who do the daily dose of growth every day for 30 days without missing a challenge and completing a challenge, you get free coaching and healing 1 session with me. Okay? $225 value. And that's it. So for those of you who are looking, so you're making a post about this challenge or we share this video, you have a choice of doing either or. You can share this video because some people are like, what's this video? Right? They're like, I'm going to watch a 20-minute video, right? So that you can share the video if you know your audience, or you share the post and tag 3 people to the video or to the post, meaning 3 people get a customized invite. Aye, Captain. Yeah, you gets it. Yeah, so you can either share the video, tag 3 people, and let them know about it in any way, shape, or form, or you post the post, tag 3 people, or let them know any way, shape, or form. So you're personally inviting 3 people to this challenge and posting it on social media. So you get the general audience, and then you get 3 people that get a special invite of, you know what? My brother-in-law would love this. You know what? My wife would love this. You know what? My best friend from high school would love this, right? Think of 3 people. Why are we doing this? Well, I don't want to give it at the end, right? The 6 o'clock in the evening is when we go over everything. But this is developing generosity and non-stealing within you. Developing the virtue, right? It's all connected to the virtues. Cool? So, can you tag us in the post so we don't miss the post? Which post? Can you tag us in the post? Oh, you mean the... no, I will not tag you guys in the post because there's too many of you on. It would take forever to tag everybody. Trust me, it'll be in my feed in the next 2 hours, right? It'll be in my feed the next 2 hours, and then you grab that and then send it to 3 people and then put it on your timeline. Easy, right? Good question. Okay, so now we got to do twin hearts. So we're going to jump off of this stream. I'm getting all jacked up. We're getting off of this stream to do our twin hearts meditation. So we're going from one platform on Facebook to another platform on Zoom. So for those of you who know Zoom, use the same Zoom link. For those of you who don't, I'm going to post it right above this video when I get off, and I'll see you guys very soon. This is Christian Long, Life Enhancement Consultant. Oh, it's going to be so good. I love you guys very much, and I'll see you shortly. Bye-bye.